Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we leave the Gauntlet. What would you like to do? Asks the elevator. Exit the Gauntlet, that's what I would like to do. Is that always what the elevators say? Oh, wait a minute, I don't have the things that What? Andrea? Where's my clothes? Andrea stands there with her eyes closed, but quickly opens them wide as soon as you come near. I'm awake, yeah, she says the same thing. I came to collect my reward. And my stuff. Oh yeah, congratulations. That was a good run. Here's your money, 2,000 as promised. All your stuff is in the middle locker behind me. And she points to at the locker, but also doesn't. It's Schrodinger's point. You are on one of the rare ones who get to take their money, she says. They're not rare. It's 1/3 of them, literally. What I mean was, have a nice day. Sure. I can't... Ooh! We leveled up. Can I not... Oh, no. Can I not, do the gauntlet again, I wonder? Not that I want to, because it is risky. And also dangerous. So what do we have? Phantom Dancer? Wait, no, that's fine. I need this for sure. I need that for sure. This for sure. We got our metathermics. Oh, we do keep some of the stuff. Okay, so this on that hand. Is that how it worked? I think so. I can't use that. Or is that the jackknife that I was using? I believe it was the jackknife. Yes. I was keeping that other one for this one over here for intimidation, just in case. And then we have our cloaking devices. The good one is this one over here. Put it over there, and then we have grenades for just in case. And then we have a pass that we can't use because we're not good enough. Let's see if she says anything. I can't go into the gauntlet again. Or maybe I can, because she said it's once per week. And it maybe all I need to do is wait a little bit, and we're good. Well, we just did the two things that you come to Core City to do, for the most part. Not quite like that. It's not as clear-cut as that. But it is still relatively clear-cut in that regard. Anyway, we're... I'm a little bit lost in regards to the acid hunters and in regards to how am I gonna leave? I don't know how I'm gonna leave. And in regards to the Praetorian thingy, not Praetorian, but the no, it wasn't the Praetorian. Was it the Praetorians that we tried to infiltrate the other day? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm trying to figure my way out of here because clearly I'm lost. This looks familiar. And I figured it out. Okay. Kitty! So, we're going up. Wait. This is what I mean. You don't need to use the elevators to go between the areas. So we went from the middle to where we are right now. Let's go to... So we have two uppers. We have the... Oh, right, because that's the exit over there. Let's go to the upper... Okay, so it's only 3 levels, effectively. Because the other two connect via other means. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. Okay. So let's slow things down, because we have been here before, obviously, to get quests and whatnot. And we went this way, if I remember correctly. So let's go this way. But let's also level up. You have reached veteran levels and will no longer gain base ability points. However, you'll be able to choose previously unavailable veteran feats in addition to the standard feats. What does it mean? What? No, wait. No. What do you mean? No longer gain base ability points. Right, these ones over here. So these are base ability points. I mean, I don't need that, but I do gain these, which is it's important. And I have some notes in front of me that I probably should get out. There we go. Electronics, tailoring. I need electronics pretty high, actually. But I think I brought those already. Yeah, that's pretty good. Tailoring is also pretty important. So I could bring these up a little bit, just in case. Because there might be limits over there. I definitely want these to be as high as I can get them. Right here. And then these ones are interesting that I might want to go with extra intimidation and extra persuasion. And then these ones I think I can just get by without leveling them up anymore. Maybe. Hopefully. I have 18 left, which means I could bring my intimidation and my persuasion. Ooh, my persuasion is really high. Let's do it like that. And let's get our electronics up a little bit. Do we have feats? We do have feats. We also have specializations, but we knew that already. And we're going up on an extra maximum side point. Very nice. And now I have access to... Oof, my god. There's so many of them. I have access to the veteran thingies. But how do I know they're veteran? I imagine I'm looking at requirements at the bottom. Psi ability. Disassemble, yell. Let's look at the bottom. Ooh, they look very different. That's how I know they're veteran. Which means I probably don't want to spend anything else on the things that I didn't really want before, because I didn't pick them. So here are they. Base health reduced by an additional 15%, and the side cost of invoking psionic abilities. Side cost of everything, really. Reduced by 20%, and it's multiplicative, which means it stacks. Or rather, it doesn't. It means it applies to. It means it doesn't stack, basically. It means it applies to other bonuses. So that's an actual 20% decrease. Or rather, decrease in psi ability cost, which is pretty nice. I like that. We have the Commissioner for unarmed. Grants. What is that? Why is it that so many? Oh yeah, you can see the level requirement at the bottom. 26. Grants you the empowered invocation ability that increases the metathermic skill by 35% until the end of the turn, but drains all the remaining psi points away afterwards. That's interesting. Metathermic skill increased by 35%. That is pretty amazing, isn't it? I can use that. But maybe not right now. Maybe this one is better. Because that, I don't really care for the health. Mostly because... Well, I probably should, actually. I probably should. It's because, well, my build is about taking them out. Taking enemies out as fast as possible, so that's why I don't care as much for this. And there's a lot of disabling abilities anyway, so it's like... It's not the health that concerns me, it's my resistance to things like stun and fear and things like that. Empowered psychokinetics. Wait a minute. Oh, that's for metathermics. So there's empowered everything here. Well, empowered 3 things over there. Why is it only 3 and not 4? Oh, because I don't have 100 for the temporal thingy. That's why. Fight response, rather, not flight response. Which is a play on the thing, which is good. When starting a turn below 25% of maximum health, your action points are increased by 10. I don't like that. Increased agility. Oh, interesting. By 2, in fact. Yeah, I don't need that. Although this one would be pretty amazing. Increased will might be really good. Although it is getting. I don't know. I don't think it is good, but it is getting to a point where there's a lot of diminishing returns because my will is so high, or my intelligence. One of them, I don't remember. Iron Will increases resolve by 50%. I am not 100% sure what that is, but let's not mess with that. Increases psi regeneration by 5. 20% psi usage ability would mean that I use 5 fewer psi points every turn if I were to use 25 psi points in a turn, which would mean that this psi regeneration was it would mean that this is better. This is worse than the other thing. It doesn't mean it's bad. I think it is really good, but it requires another feat. Look at that. I think it is really good. It just, yeah. And then we have Monster Slayer over here, unarmed attacks, and then unarmed attacks. Let's look at things that I don't have access to, because, you know, you might want to look at them, and I might want to have a database, because I don't know if this is available online or anything, and I have hiccups, I'm sorry. Body weight training reduces armor penalty by 10%. Body building, which increases health by 80, which I suppose. Empowered temporal manipulation is the one that I didn't have access to. Expert dodging increases the chance that you'll dodge a melee attack by 5%, which is and it's additive, so it means that it stacks, which means that it is the it's oh, actually that is right. It says additive because it is an actual in-game percentile thing, so it is a 5 percentile points, so you have a chance of dodging of 50%. It increases by 5%, which means it literally increases it by 10%, because it's 5 percentile points rather than 5%. You know what I mean? Anyway, stats and things. We've got a bunch of expert stuff. Flight response this time around. When starting a turn between below... Why don't I have that? Agility? Sure. When starting a turn below 35% of maximum health, your movement points are increased by 25, depending on your armor penalty, or by up to 25. And Major Supplier increases the amount of money the merchants are willing to use when trading with you by 2% per mercantile skill, which is actually pretty awesome. I'm not sure how they are willing to use money. I don't think that is a thing that they do. This is not Oblivion. Is it Oblivion? Because it doesn't work like in Oblivion. No. In Oblivion, basically, you can never make purchases or transactions. Well, actually, not purchases. You can never sell for more than a given amount per merchant. So, like, a merchant has a limit of 50, for example. You can never sell anything that's over 50. You can sell something that is over 50 for 50, but you can like, they won't pay you more than 50 amounts. And why that is, it's an interesting concept in that game. It works. I dare say it works better in that game than it does in Skyrim. But anyway, in Skyrim it's different. But in Skyrim it works like in this game, which is basically they have a certain amount of money. It doesn't. I don't know what that means. I think that's a mistranslation or something. Scrutinous increases critical chance of unarmed and weapon attacks by 7%. Sea Dog increases unarmed weapon damage by a bunch of things. There's a lot of unarmed things for these. Increases the unstealth movement points by 15. Stealth movement points don't increase, or never exist. In fact, reduces the. I don't think I say it never exists. I might be wrong on that. Stuntman over here reduces damage taken from area of effect attacks. That is one way of calling it. Reduces all acid damage. We have, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad I have the ones that I do, because there's at least 3 that I like. This advanced psi, empowered metathermics, and the other one that increases psi regeneration, which is pretty good. I mean, let's not make no mistake here. It is pretty good. And this one, of course, has the downside of actually reducing my health, which is, you know, not ideal, but I can make do. If anything, this is better, because I die. Well, no, it isn't better. There's no way around this, but because I will die. But no, if anything, like the upside of having lower health is that you will regenerate up to maximum health a little bit faster. So when I fade to black, so that my character regenerates. Oh, I shouldn't go there, should I? When I fade to black, that's gonna take a little bit less time for me. Excuse me. Oh yeah. What is this place? This property belongs to the Teloski family, and access to the general public is strictly prohibited, unless, of course, you have been invited by one of the family members. In which case, you'd have to give me your name so that I could verify that you are on the list. Can I come in? Your name? Carrie. I'm sorry, but I don't see your name on the list, which means I can't allow you to enter. Not on the list, not getting in. Do the owners of this place offer any work? I'm looking for some coin? I'm afraid not. Well, I guess that's that, really. I think we had that conversation before, but it's fine. Our experience level is still the big one. Still 62. We got Jojo over here. I just want to join Praetorian Security and help people. Okay, shoot zoners. Just zoners. Yes. I realized That must have been how that worked. So, I can't go in there? It's probably locked. I could swear I have been in there. No. No, don't hurt me. Jojo, you jerk. Ah, well. I just want to see what's in there. Shut up. Man, an unlocked door that if you misclick... Actually, I say if we misclick. This game has a feature, a very... Oh, there's a burglar in here. What a curious situation that we're in. I just wanted to see. This game has a feature that it auto-opens doors. So if I click over here, your character would open that door. Although that feature might not work with... with red doors like this. So there's a burglar in there, and it's super hidden. There's no way to get in there apart from through there. And of course we need to go up there, but we're not gonna. That's one of the triumvirate, and I'm pretty sure actually the other house that we visited was also part of the triumvirate. I think there's just three areas, and the other one, the third one, is to the west. Speaking of to the west, these guys unthinking my compass. How dare you? I want to have a thing atop my head, so it makes taking screenshots of the game harder for me. So we have... Oh, I didn't see if there was anybody with names going around. There's a kitty over here, very happy with this tag or whatever that is. Praetorian Sniper. This is where I went. And we had a chat with that guy that I forget the name of. Can't go in there. And we have Dave. Hey, if you're looking for the guy in black and red cloak, he left. He looked like an action figure. What do you mean he looked like an action figure? His animations were bad? Was that... What? What do you mean? That's baffling. I don't understand. I don't... Like... Ooh. I can open that. Kitty might tell on me, though. But I can and I will open that. So, stealth. This. Go. Kitty, don't tell. I'm not going to be out of the woods, though. Ooh. I am going to be out of the woods. We got computers over here with some interesting things, to be fair. And some batteries. It's not like I want to steal anything, mind you. I mean, I do want to steal something, but it's not about the stealing. It's about there being anything to steal. So at the end of the day, I don't want to steal anything. I just want there to be things that I would want to steal. Does that make sense? Because cause that's what I want. Ooh, okay, it's bad news here. I really need to learn not to carry these things with me. They're super heavy. Wait a minute. Do you see how that's green? Did they forget how their own game logic works? I think they did. So in this game, when these boxes are locked, they actually... That little light is red instead of green. And I think that might be manually placed. Oh, look at that. Money is something I absolutely have no need for, but I will steal it. We got some SMG frames and whatnot. What a curious area. Now, I wasn't detected. Kitty didn't tell on me. Everything is fine. We got a commoner talking to a commoner. And a couple of barrels. This is surprisingly small. Surprisingly, not small, I guess, but, you know, simple area. Hacking of 100 and it's not owned? What? Really? Because it doesn't have a red hand. Oh no. This feels like it's gonna be the acid hunters, isn't it? That's why it's not owned, because nobody cares about their own the acid hunters property. Oh no, I remember what this is. I remember what this is. I didn't mess with it too much, but we're gonna mess with it right now. or not right now, but in this Let's Play. Or I guess maybe we're not gonna mess with it too much. But that over there is our house. I'm not even kidding. It is the place where we live if we want to live in here in this town. Kitty is very happy to see us. We got a wardrobe that is not owned by anybody. It doesn't have anything inside either. We got Giles, which is a lovely name. Just yeah. You catch the man moving some heavy boxes, so he's breathless. So he's greeting, breathless but still polite, doesn't come as a surprise. This thin man, obviously not built for physically intensive work, puts the last box down on the desk near him before pulling a bright red handkerchief out to wipe the sweat off his almost equally colored face. I have an almost equally colored face. It's a little bit splotchy on the right side. That's where it's unevenly colored. Afterwards, says Giles, steps in front of you and begins speaking while the caressing breeze of the fan behind him cools him off. I'm sorry, I'm Giles Pitt, and welcome to Core City Housing Corporation sales office. How may I help you? I didn't expect to actually be doing this right away, so we are gonna mess with this in this episode. What can you tell me about the Core City Housing Corporation? It's one of the most successful companies in Core City. Our goal, yeah, I should think so. Everybody needs a house. Our goal is to provide complete and affordable housing and utilities solutions to as many Core City residents as we can, running our business in compliance with the highest quality and safety standards. It's been 5 years since the company's inception, and during that time, we have proven that we're here for you, and that we won't stop until we have provided everyone with a proper modern home. You people don't do much business in the drop zone, or am I wrong? The drop zone. Well, that's an entirely different situation, and it's not up to me to discuss it. But now that we are doing our, know that we are doing our best, our very best, to bring proper housing solutions to as many citizens of Core City as possible. And who's the owner of the company? Mrs. Catherine Saywick. She is the both founder and the both owner of the company. And who is that exactly? Apart from you just told me all that I need to know about her, because she's the founder and the owner, and her name. A successful businesswoman from North Underrail, from the famous Saywick family. Her frequent trips to Core City with her father, Reginald Saywick, made her see the opportunity to start a business here. I think we can both say that she had made the right decision, right? Or she has made the right decision, right? Sure. Something else? I'd like to buy a house. Oh, is there a problem? The Faceless Invasion is making things difficult. We received instructions to hold off any real estate, property, or apartment sales for the time being. Apartment sales are property sales and real estate sales. That's the really weird way of saying it. I wonder what the original... Real estate... I was going to say, I wonder what the original sentence is in the original mother tongue. But real estate is not a word that necessarily exists anyway in other languages. For example, in Portuguese, we don't have any direct correlation to real estate. And I'm not even sure where that word comes from, but I know what it means. But we just say property, really. Well, I guess immobile property is the correct term, but you will still say, you'll just use the word property. So there's absolutely no way for me to buy a house in Core City right now? I wouldn't say absolutely, but I am not authorized to sell you one. I'm sorry. Aw, seriously? What can you tell me about, well, I guess, what do you... Can I ask? No. What do you do here? I am the head manager of the sales office, but due to certain issues, let's have it at that, we're a bit understaffed at the moment, so I have to do more work than what says in my job description. It can get a bit too hardcore at times, but what you gonna do? Unionize and strike. That's what you're gonna do. Granted, Helga has me helping me up to a week ago. Wait, the other way around. Granted, Helga was helping me up to a week ago, our interior decorations manager, but her unborn baby had different intentions. KHM. That adjective, unborn, yes, no longer applies, so you know. So I'm alone here now, but not for much longer, I hope. What do you think of the Faceless Invasion? It's a scary situation, I'm not going to lie. We all feel like there's a stalactite hanging over our heads. Oh no. You know, in spite of that, I have faith in Praetorian security. They'll protect us from the invaders, I'm sure of it. But why don't we move to a brighter subject? It's not like our talking is going to change anything but make us more anxious. Yeah, well, speaking of anxious and brighter subject, definitely not. What can you tell me about the arena? The arena provides the most brutal, hardcore, dominating, blood-spilling entertainment in Underrail. No question about it. So if you enjoy watching gladiators maul each other to death, and who doesn't, then you ought to go and watch a match if you already haven't. Still haven't. Trust me, just go. Yes, I will go. Aw, I really thought I was gonna buy a house. But I think it's after the Faceless Invasion is sorted out. Only then can you actually buy a house. And it is that bit over there because they don't really have better houses. We got a mentor for a cryo shield. Something that I have already and never use. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna try. But not in this episode. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.